Hello, this is the trade site U.S. stocks and futures market preview and domestic economic data roadmap for the week beginning Monday the 5th, ending Friday the 9th of December 2016. Let's talk briefly before we get into the market stuff. Let's talk briefly about the layout for December just so everybody's on the same page. First 2 weeks of December are usually really good, really strong trading weeks. So that's this week and next week, the 12th and the 16th. The way the Christmas layout is this year, Christmas Eve is a Saturday, Christmas Day is a Sunday. So the holiday, the markets are closed on that Monday, the 26th, which means we may have a little room. So we've got the 2 weeks, this one and the one after. We may have a little room, maybe the first half of the week, the 19th through the 21st or so, where things will still be okay. And then what happens is people start to head out, start to travel, wrap up shopping, not paying attention as much typically. So by the time you get past about the 21st, Wednesday 21st, things are going to slow down. 22nd and 23rd, probably pretty light. 23rd is effectively Christmas Eve because there was no holiday there. And then the week after, Monday we're closed. Then Tuesday through Friday are usually the slowest week of the year. I'll show you the volume in a minute. We don't post stock calls to the reports that week. We just call everything from the tape, show up for the first hour or two, try to make some money, and call it a day because there's just not much going on. Everybody's done what they need to do, and we're just waiting for New Year's. And then, of course, the following week, New Year's is also on a Sunday, 1 week after Christmas. So January 2nd is a Monday. Markets will be closed. Things can get going again that first week of January, and usually January does start off with a bang because you've got all new tax dollars and everything ready to go. So let's start by looking at the indices. We'll talk about the markets a bit, see what we got on the schedule for this week, and go from there. Here's the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the S&P in futures form. Rolling back over here after finally closing at new highs the week before for Thanksgiving week, the short week, usually the big happy week, everything's up. Kind of rolled over. We're now back under the 10-day moving average. There's a gap to fill back by 1280 or so, or 2080 or so. We'll see how that goes. There's more important indices to look at, so let's go through everything here. Crude oil up 62 cents again to 51.67. That's almost a new closing high and a breakout point on crude. That's again since OPEC announced the other day that they were going to cut supply. Gold bounces $5.10, still near lows. One thing I want to point out, GDX, that's the gold ETF, has a 13 buy signal on it. Okay. So just be aware of that with gold bottoming out or trying to bottom out. It was a really boring day on Friday compared to what we got on Wednesday and Thursday. There just early on you could just sense there just wasn't movement, wasn't the same amount of volume we'd been getting. So it wasn't as exciting of a day. We had great trading days on Monday and on Wednesday and Thursday in particular. But Friday was not that eventful, and because of it, the S&P closed up literally less than a point, almost did nothing for the whole session. The NDX, the Nasdaq 100, gained back 5 after selling off sharply on Wednesday and Thursday, which were our great trading days. The SOX up 10. Nice day there. Biotech's up 12. Remember, this is now broken under the range that it was in since the gap up post-election. VIX up 5 cents to 14.12. Not really telling right there. The trend closes at 1.01, and that puts the moving average at 0.97. Let's see, let's count back the dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the next run that drops off is about a 1.1 number. So in order for the moving average to head back down, it's really after Wednesday that we're going to lose. Monday and Wednesday, we lose a couple big numbers in the moving average. If we get some low readings, that could bring the 10-day back. Remember, under 0.85 is a sell signal on the market. NASDAQ volume 1.6 billion, 1.67 to be precise. Not nearly as good as Wednesday and Thursday, as I said, but still better than Monday and Tuesday. So Monday is the first day back from Thanksgiving. People still traveling back and blah, blah, blah. Tuesday starts to pick up. We did a little bit better. Then Wednesday and Thursday were stellar trading days. Got the 1.8, got the over 2 billion, and we just had great movement out of stocks and futures and everything. And then Friday slows down a bit because it's a Friday. That's a pretty standard week for post-Thanksgiving as far as I'm concerned. Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ, almost flat, plus 89. Advanced decline ratio on the New York, plus 287. Google gains 13 cents. That's about as flat as Google can give you. Apple up 41 cents. Amazon loses 331. Netflix up $3.59. Tesla down 41 cents. I'll show you the Dow just because we've been looking at it lately, even though it's useless. Down 21.50. And then the TLT, now here it is. So this is interesting. I'm going to make a separate video just on this, but just the short version for you guys right now. 13 buy signal a little while back. Got the pink risk line. Looked like it was curling up on Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, a new gap down on the OPEC news and some other stuff, including the ADP number. Thursday, another gap down. So it's not actual selling, it's gapping, but gap down. And the risk line, we literally closed 2 pennies above the risk line on a Thursday. So we didn't break it yet with a close below it. And then Friday, a little gap up. So this bottom is still looks like it's forming. The signal's still good. If we do crack these lows, look out on bonds. That's all I can tell you. All right, so let's go look at the intra-week action here. 10-minute candles of the ES. Much more contained than we've seen recently. Monday, a small gap down, a couple of wiggles, end up closing lower. Tuesday, fairly flat opening, wiggle down, come back up a bit. Wednesday, we gap up enough to fill the gap from Monday that we never filled. Then we pull down, eventually fill that gap and close about even for the day. Thursday, and again, that was a pretty good move down there. I mean, for us intraday, and we'll show you the Nasdaq side. That was a lot better. Thursday, fairly flat opening and pretty good decline. Bounce back right at the close, and then Friday, just totally uneventful. Here's the Nasdaq Futures just to show you. This is much more interesting looking, obviously. Monday looks dead flat. Tuesday, we did some stuff on Tuesday, but it just wasn't nearly as good as Wednesday and Thursday. Look at that. Complete sell-off Wednesday and Thursday, 160 points high to low on the Nasdaq in 2 days, and then Friday dead flat. So they're definitely selling off stuff under stealth of darkness, as they call it. And it'll be interesting to see what we get from here moving forward. All right, let's take a look at the data coming out this week. Monday, ISM services, 30 minutes in, no big deal. Tuesday, productivity and trade balance can gap the market. And then factory orders, 30 minutes in. Wednesday, MBA mortgage index at 7 a.m. Job openings at 10 a.m. Crude oil inventories at 10:30 a.m. Consumer credit at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Thursday, initial and continuing jobless claims, natty gas an hour in. Friday, Michigan sentiment, wholesale inventory. So nothing super major. Trade balance, probably the one that stands out. ISM services can be important. Factory orders, something to watch. But these are October's numbers. You want to see what comes going forward. So, in terms of the week, I think, I'd like to see it be a standard week. Monday a little bit slower than the rest of the week. But we have enough here for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to be great, and then Friday slow down a bit. There's nothing like a Fed meeting to hold us up completely, so I think this could be exciting. It is that time of year. Like I said, the first 2 full weeks of December are usually great, and I really look forward to the next, 10, 12, 13 active trading days, the next 2.5 weeks, and then we get to kind of hunker in and just try to make a couple bucks in the mornings as we get through the Christmas holidays and the magical season. Charts, as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple of weeks. Have a great trading week.